Hendo, congratulations, a thrilling win today over Dewsbury Rams in the Challenge Cup. What a way to win the game in the end with such a late try from Nick Williams.
Yeah, no, it was certainly on the edge of your seat stuff, wasn't it? But yeah, look, we'll take that. You know, it wasn't our finest performance by any stretch of the imagination, but we found a way to win today, which was important.
Yeah. Obviously, you put out a younger side and more of a sort of experimental side, and yeah, how good to see, that sort of side come through. What was, a really tough test this afternoon.
Yeah, well, today was always going to be a learning experience for those players. It was a whole different back line that we've had. A new half-back pairing, two new centres, two new wingers, a new fullback. So there was always going to be an element of maybe a lack of cohesion today at times, which I think we saw that. But I thought we still had enough experience in the pack there to help us get across the line, and I have to give the forwards a big rap today. I thought they were excellent in terms of their go forward and the way they worked defensively too off the ball. I thought they come up with some big efforts there. Probably most notably was the Geordie Thompson scramble effort to make that tackle when it was 8-8, and that for me was the game-changing moment. But ultimately, mate, no, really pleased. Yeah, it was just great to have a look at everybody, as I said, and great to see where certain people are at and where they potentially could fit into this team or not, moving forward in the coming weeks. And but I'm just really pleased, as a group, because they had to face some adversity today, and a lot of it was through their own doing. As a team, we gave away far too much field position and possession in the first half through lack of our ball control. Our completion rate was way down. We gave, I think, 8 penalties away in the first half, a couple of 6 agains, along with a couple of 7 tackle sets. So we put ourselves under an immense amount of pressure in that first half. But I have to give a lot of credit to the team in terms of the effort and the defensive endeavour that they showed. I thought defensively we handled what was coming at us, except for the time when they did get us on one play there, which ultimately was a result of all the pressure that we put on ourselves. So we addressed that at half time, and I thought second half we were a lot better with our ball control, a lot better with our discipline, and we showed a lot of patience and composure for me, because it was never going to be a high-scoring game. The conditions don't allow it. It's a heavy pitch, it's a boggy pitch, hard to generate ruck speed and really get going on it. Plus it's tight, so you can't go around, and I think we fell into that trap a little bit in the first half. We were trying to go a little bit around them, and you can't in these conditions. I think even Dewsbury tried the same a couple of times with us, and they just weren't quite executing well enough with it. And you have to be a little bit more direct and a little bit more go through them mentality. And I felt we showed a little bit more of that in the second half, and ultimately that was the play that kind of led to us getting the try at the end as well.
Yeah, like you say, obviously in the second half it seemed like you cut out a lot of the errors that were being made in the first half, and certainly a lot better disciplined. Was that a key message at the half-time break?
Absolutely, yeah, because it was things that we can control. Like, I understand we may not have the timing right with certain people, and we, like I said, we're going to lack a bit of cohesion. I understand that, I accept that, but again, we can still control holding on to the ball. We can still control where we turn the ball over. We can still control our discipline around, are we square at mark or are we onside, etc. So, and regardless of what players are out there, and I just felt we weren't delivering that well enough in the first half. That's why we were in the position that we were. So we addressed it at half time, and thankfully the team responded in the right way. And we spoke about that. It was never going to be high scoring. That we're going to have to be patient, even if we fix up those areas. It's not going to be somewhere we're just going to blow them away. We've got to stay in the fight, hang in there, and we'll get them. And we did.
Yeah, and obviously it was the late play between Nick Howe and Ollie Field, that one, real, genuine moment of quality in that second half that wins you the cup tie.
Yeah, it was. It was a nice play from the boys. Nice bit of change of angle. Got them on the other side of the ruck where they probably just clocked off there. But that's a result of getting field position and possession and really putting them under pressure. And we found a chink in their defensive line, and we exploited it, and it was a fantastic try to finish the game. So I'm sure there'll be some good lessons learned from a lot of our players today, and I'm just thankful that they've all come through injury free. And we'll look forward now to building into in a couple of weeks' time against Sheffield.
Just final word really on a few individuals, I guess. Francis Coggle and Alex Donoghue both making their debuts. Nice to see both of those two in the frame for the first time in a nightshirt. Yeah,
it was good. It was good to see them both out there and have a look at them and see where they're at. So, which certainly will give us as coaches some food for thought going forward. Again, I thought Geordie Thompson was a standout for us, played the full 80, and again come up with that huge play for us. That try-saving tackle, which was a fantastic effort. It wasn't the best executed kick. I think Nick Howe put one down the winger's throat, and we didn't get our kick chase line right, and they broke us. And But the effort, it reminded me of that Scotty Sattler tackle in the NRL Grand Final, Penrith and I think was it Penrith and the Roosters. But yeah, wow, what an effort it was from Tomo. But it wasn't just Tomo; it was the other 3 or 4, York Knights players that got back in the frame that helped prevent the try. Because if it was just Tomo on his own, he makes the tackle, they still get the offload into their supporting player, which, would have been a try, but we had 3 or 4 other Knights boys tracking back as well that got in the frame and that ultimately saved the day for us. So, great to see, and we pride ourselves on that, which was great.
Yeah, and just a word on Josh Daly as well, obviously good to see him back out there after some injury problems as well.
Absolutely, well he's had a fairly long layout as Josh, so we were smart today with his minutes. We just gave him that sort of 8 to 10 minutes before half time, 15 in the second half. Felt that was enough for him for this first game, so it's just about, again, slowly building him back up. A little bit like we did with Akuma Tai last week. We gave him 20 in the first half, and again, that's what we're trying to do. We're just building people back up. We're still in pre-season as far as I'm concerned, so we're getting everything ready for that round 1. But certainly we look forward to the next cup tie in a couple of weeks.